Your client will rightfully ask the question at some point, when I have all the products from these other banks in my portfolio, why am I banking with you? And this is, of course, where white labeling comes in. If you were paying attention earlier on, then you probably learned the benefits of investing in crypto. And if you weren't paying attention, you probably already knew. Now, a lot of clients have been paying attention and came to the asset managers and to the banks with a simple request. Please give me exposure to crypto. Now, if you are one of these asset managers or one of these banks that got such a request, then you went out and were looking for solutions. It's not exactly easy to give a client exposure. And after some research, you found solutions, and now your client portfolio looks probably something like this. There's a lot of stuff in from banks such as Vontobel, from banks such as SEBA, and it speaks to the agility of these institutions that they have recognized the trend very early on. It speaks to their agility. Unfortunately, these are not your laurels to rest on. Your client will rightfully ask the question at some point, when I have all the products from these other banks in my portfolio, why am I banking with you? And this is, of course, where white labeling comes in. What you're looking for is a way to easily define an investment strategy. You then reach out to the investors, you collect the funds, and ideally put it all in an easily managed account at a crypto exchange where the assets can be managed and is ready for trading. And we're incredibly thrilled that this is exactly what we put together with the help of Gen2 and thank the support of crypto exchange pioneer Kraken. You can put your own name on such a product. You get the usual Gen2 benefits, such as a Swiss ISIN number. It's all off balance sheet. It's an amazing product. We call it CRISP. Check us out at the Incore booth later on. Now, I would say, of course, that this is an amazing product, and you should not believe me. And this is why we have invited our first customer, Mark Berger of Dulac Capital, who set up exactly this product on stage to ask a few questions. Thank you for joining us, Mark.
Thank you for inviting me.
Now, Mark, what gave you guys the idea to do something in crypto to start with?
Yes, some may know I've been involved in structuring the Bitcoin certificate trackers at Vontobel. And ever since I have done or have been involved in that job, I got a lot of phone calls like, how should I invest? Would you recommend this? Would you recommend that? And for a long time, it was okay to just give that recommendation to go to that product. But then something changed. The fees were increased in a massive way. So I could no longer recommend that. And that's where I actually thought there's better ways. Let's make a product of ourselves, which I then can recommend to all those phone calls.
So not only do you have now more reasonable fees than a competing product, you actually get to keep the fees for yourself. That's amazing.
That's a nice side effect, yes.
What challenges did you have on the way while setting it all up?
Yeah, so important is that the challenges comparing to 2016, when I first was involved in such a thing, have been lowered significantly. So back then there was no custodian, there was no legal framework or whatsoever. So today it's just about choosing the right partners, and then the only challenge is that the legal setup might take a bit longer than expected.
And now the one question we really want to know, how is it all working out?
Yeah, how is it all turning out? So obviously there is a very good product that is easy to use, and all you need to do is do a few round trips trading in and out, and after that it's more or less self-sufficient, I would say.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your testimony, and thank you for your attention.